Hi everybody, thank you for joining me. This is Living Divinity. So, I want to apologize for the audio. I'm still working on getting it at the right volume. So, I've lowered the volume on the device itself. So, I'm thinking that I must just be too close to the microphone. So, or maybe it's a combination of my voice. I'm speaking too loudly or I'm too close, or a combination of the both. So bear with me as I try to work on that. And thank you, Divinely Paved, for keeping me up on that. So I want to thank all the subscribers. And we doubled since last weekend, almost. I think I had 75. And now we're at 144. So thank all of you. You are my purpose. It's important for me to reach out to as many people as I can, because we all need healing, right? And I believe my readings are helpful to people. I hope they are. I pray that God is always with us whenever we do a reading, and I believe that the affirmations really work, and they're really important for our daily bread, right? To hear affirmations that we can recall on our phone, right? Anytime we're feeling a little down, we could go to that video, or you can go anywhere to get affirmations, but it's good to share them. And I think it's really important to the readings. So I want to thank all of you. You're my purpose, right? So without you, there would be no need for me to be here. So thank you for that. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting me. It just really means so much. So I can't say enough to really surmount to how thankful I really am for having you here with me. So let's begin by reading out of the Bible. We always want to thank God, right? That we can come together. Okay, so I'm in Chronicles. Chronicles, let me see. I want to find one that's not too long. Okay. We'll go with Chronicles, 2 Chronicles 8, Solomon's other activities. At the end of 20 years, during which Solomon built the temple of the Lord and his own palace, Solomon rebuilt the villages that Hiram had given him and settled Israelites in them. Solomon then went to Hamath Zobah and captured it. He also built up Tadmor in the desert and all the story cities he had built in Hamath. He rebuilt Upper Beth Horon and Lower Beth Horon as fortified cities with walls and with gates and bars, as well as Baalah and all his store cities, and all the cities for his chariots and for his horses, whatever he desired to build in Jerusalem and Lebanon and throughout all the territory he ruled. All the people left from the Hittites, Amorites, Perizzites, Hivites, and Jebusites. These people were not Israelites, that is, their descendants remaining in the land, whom the Israelites had not destroyed. these Solomon conscripted for his slave labor force, as it is to this day. But Solomon did not make slaves of the Israelites for his work. They were his fighting men, commanders of his captains, and commanders of his chariots and charioteers. They were also King Solomon's chief officials, 250 officials supervising the men. Solomon brought Pharaoh's daughter up from the city of David to the palace he had built for her. For he said, "My wife must not live in the palace of David, king of Israel, because the places the ark of the Lord had entered are holy. On the altar of the Lord that he had built in front of the portico, Solomon sacrificed burnt offerings to the Lord, according to the daily requirement for offerings commanded by Moses for Sabbath, new moons, and the 3 annual feasts, the feast of unleavened bread, the feast of weeks, and the feast of tabernacles. In keeping with the ordinance of his father David, he appointed the divisions of the priest for their duties, and the Levites to lead the praise and to assist the priest according to each day requirement. He also appointed the gatekeepers for divisions for the various gates, because this was what David, the man of God, had ordered. They did not deviate from the king's commands to the priest or to the Levites in any matter, including that of the treasury. All Solomon's work was carried out from the day the foundation of the temple of the Lord was laid until its completion. So the temple of the Lord was finished. Then Solomon went to Ezion, Geber, and Elath on the coast of Edom, and Hiram sent him ships commanded by his own officers, men who knew the sea. These were Solomon's men, sailed to Ophir and brought back 450 talents of gold, which they delivered to King Solomon. So that was 2 Chronicles 8 in completion. Okay, so now we're at miracles now. I allow people to witness their behavior so I can help them move beyond it. So we enter people's lives for a purpose, right? It's really not known to us at the time of the meet, right? When you run into someone. Later on it's revealed. You know, like my journey now is I've had to be around people who thought they were smarter than God, thought that they can do underhanded things to other people, and that God couldn't see them do that. Maybe they didn't even believe in God. Maybe they thought they were the God. And when they mishandle children of God, when they do bad things to try to diminish God's word, well, God lets that go on for a while. Then he sends people like me into their world And they look at me like I'm naive, like I don't know any better, like I'm easily handled, and I'm squeamish and I won't say anything back. I'm like a little mouse. And you know, I don't really have to say too much. I don't believe in revenge. I don't believe in getting back. I mean, there was a time when I thought of revenge, and there was a time when I might have taken action to get back, but realizing that the judgment's not for me. It's not for me to place judgment on anybody. It's not for me to view someone in a certain way. It's for them to think that they could misuse me, be cruel to me, and make a mockery out of me when I speak the words that my body's sacred. I honor my body. I don't give myself away to anybody. I hold myself at a higher standard. People of the world don't like hearing that, especially if they're doing just the opposite. So a man or a woman can then be viewed as like whorish, right? If people are comparing me to them, I don't ask for that judgment. I just know that you have to have scruples about yourself. If you don't care about your reputation, if you don't care about doing right, then you can expect the worst. And even me coming back to California, I really saw people for who they really were. When you give freely, doesn't mean that you will gain someone's respect, doesn't mean that you'll gain someone's honor. All it means is you were willing to give freely, and they were freely taking it without even giving you an ounce of honor. They give you the thank you, but those are just 2 words, thank you. There were no feelings in it. There was no gratitude in it. You know, now they have to look at themselves. And they can keep saying bad things about me. Doesn't matter, because God hears it all. And the only thing I ever ask God is it time for them to receive their judgment for how they treated me? And then, if things happen in their life, that's between them and God. And God keeps me extra safe. He tells me, you know, I have angels protecting me wherever I go. But sometimes God just tells me to stay home and don't go out. And I try to obey Him. try to listen to my intuition. And when God says, go over here and see this person and tell him how you feel and what his job is, that he needs to get on his path. And I did that several years ago. And now this person's seeing that everything I ever told him was the truth. He thought I was crazy. He thought I was missing a few screws. But I didn't care, because I did what God told me to do. And I mean, it's not really a game. Your life isn't a game, right? But you're not supposed to take it so serious that, you know, I don't know, there has to be some sort of balance there. But anyways, sometimes it takes 3 years to get retribution, where the truth really comes out and people start paying attention. Yeah, I remember when she told me this, and now it's happening exactly how she told me. And I've had that happen with my own family, where I've warned, don't, you know, like I don't wish him bad, but I think he made a bad move. And I hope I'm wrong. I'm not wishing bad on him, but I hope I'm wrong. But he's going to an area they're not going to like him very much because of the color of his skin. And how he sounds like a regular, like, white guy. I don't know. I've said other things to other people too. And, you know, I told three of my loved ones that they're still needed here on this world and they can make a change. But changing their lifestyle to live. Some people just are stuck in living in the same way that they've always lived. Okay, so if I tell you that a grapefruit could save your life if you ate a grapefruit every day, and you didn't like grapefruit, would you choose not to even try to improve your life? Because you would grow to love that grapefruit, because it's changed your life for the better. Or would you rather stay stagnant and not even try to eat the grapefruit to improve your health? And could it be that you're having, I don't know, the death upon you is coming sooner? I try to eat grapefruit at least every other day. And it's helped me lose weight because it's kind of fills the spot of like almost a whole meal, right? The benefits are good for your blood sugar. They're good for your cholesterol. They're good. You'd have to Google everything that it's good for, but why would you ignore something good because you don't particularly like it? You know, if it's a lifesaver, then it could be the worst thing. I mean, what is it that I don't like to eat? Can't think of something that I really don't like to eat. I'm trying to cut back on meats. I'll never say that I'm gonna be a vegan because I just can't see myself just taking it totally out of my diet, but trying to think of some vegetable that I probably don't like. Maybe like kale. I don't think I've ever tried it, but I think it's bitter, right? But I eat spinach instead of kale, but if someone said, don't eat spinach anymore, eat kale, and these are the benefits, I would try to prepare it in a way that is to my liking. But if I couldn't and I knew that it would improve my health, then I would just eat it and tell myself it's delicious until I got used to it. Then it'd be like second nature, right? So I'm kind of bouncing around. I allow people to witness their behavior so I can help them move beyond it. So I'm always testing people. I say, it's good to listen to your doctor, but it's good for you to find out information on your own. And I say, the doctors just, when they issue medicine, right, whatever comes out on the label is from the manufacturer. So right now I'm not battling with my doctor. She just one of my medicines says don't eat grapefruit, and I googled grapefruit in that medicine, and it said it enhances it. So I didn't tell her. I just ate the grapefruit. And when I had my blood work done, it moved my, this is for like borderline diabetes, it dropped my number like 40 points, and she was astounded. She couldn't believe it. She was so happy when she was having my phone interview with me. And I told her I've been eating grapefruit. And she laughs. She's like really excited. She's like, let me see what the grapefruit does. I said, I already looked it up. It enhances the medicine. So you see, that's just one doctor. The doctor's going by how the medicine's prescribed and what the pharmaceutical company recommends. Is the pharmaceutical company going to tell you, well, instead of you paying $40 for this prescription, just buy $12 worth of grapefruit in a month, and you'll be healthier, right? Anything that's man-made has some effects down the road. Anything that's natural, well, if it's made natural, like a grapefruit, the worst thing you have to worry about is the pesticides that's on the outer skin, where a medicine could damage your, I might not even have this right, but say a medicine could damage your veins, right? A particular medicine maybe. It can damage your kidneys or your liver. You only have one liver, right? And you have 2 kidneys. So if the pharmaceutical company wants to make money, they're not going to say, hey, the truth is just eat a grapefruit every day and you don't have to take this medicine. So I'm going to be having my blood work done again soon to see how I'm doing. But I told my doctor I'm not taking this every day. I'll take it every other day, and I'll eat the grapefruit. And so she just said, all right, doctors supposed to believe in their calling. They're supposed to believe in the information they're giving to their patients. But if the pharmaceutical company is not being clear and defined, well, the doctor's only as good as how much they're willing to research, right? Do they really have time to do research? And do they really have time to go back to the pharmaceutical company and say, here, I have these numbers. All the person did was eat grapefruit. And you put it on your label, don't eat any grapefruit. If she pursues that, she may be the first one, which would make her renowned. And I don't really care about the being that important person to make the changes. The thing is the changes will be made eventually, and hopefully it is her. So you see, we always have to, we can't listen to every word that people say, because we don't know at what level of intellect and research that they really are. And a doctor has to be very smart to go 8 years of college, okay, and pass all the tests and do the residency and all that. I'm saying that, it's better to do things more natural than it is to take a pill. If you take a pill for blood pressure, then in my case, I have blood pressure, I have a water pill. And then now I take the pill for the diabetes. And I'm borderline, I'm 40 marks under. But she still wants me to take it. I don't understand why. I'll figure that out later. But after that, say that I know that the diabetes medicine can cause constipation. Well, the doctor's going to say, oh, well, let me issue you this pill. Then that pill's going to have some sort of adverse effect on your body, right? Then you'll get more medicine. Pretty soon you'll be taking 8 medicines. I don't want to take 8 medicines. I don't want to take any medicine. I want to just be healthy. So quitting smoking and exercising and getting my eating habits right, getting my sleep habits right, doing my exercising, and my mental, my mind, body, and soul they all have to work together to have the best next 20 or 30 years of my life. And I'm going to fight for that in my own life. And I'm going to show people, that are behind me, because the people in front of me, they're not listening. It's not like they listen to what I say, but they're not hearing. Okay? So hopefully by my actions, by what is being said now, that could be recalled later, to say that, this person really took really good care of herself. She went extra. She did her own research. She tried different things. These were successful, these weren't, kind of thing. So I'm like my own guinea pig. If I want longevity of life, I don't feel like I should be in the hands of a doctor, because the doctor is they're book smart. They're book smart, and I find that doctors actually treat you like you're their mother or their child or their sibling or their cousin. No, they treat you as a patient. This is what the book says. This is how we handle that. And I want a doctor that's going to listen to my gut feeling and to take me under consideration. Like I've said this before, so I don't know why it's a problem for me, but I had my menstrual till I was 56. So I'm now going to be 62. So I never felt menopause. I never felt that. So I don't even know if I actually gone through menopause or not. To have my menstrual till I was 56, I had doctors who were in their 40s ask me, am I sure I know where it's coming from? And I'm like, oh my God, it's my body. Of course I know where it's coming from. It comes from the same spot it comes from every month, It's like, it kind of baffles my mind that a female doctor would ask me that, right? And so it's not that I feel like they're misguiding me. It's like I want to be in control of my life, and I want to make decisions based on how I feel and where I want my body to take me, right? So the more natural we are, and I'm not recommending that anybody just stops taking some medicine that the doctor wants you to take. I'm saying that do your own research. Talk to your doctor about any decisions you're thinking about making, and explain to them why you want to do this, and how do you feel like it's going to make your life better. Okay? So I went a long ways around to talk about one card. The one card is, I allow people to witness their behavior so I can help them move beyond it. If someone's acting irrational, if someone's acting two-faced, if someone's acting like they love to cause problems, everybody's different. I really handle everybody different. Some people, younger people, I think I could tolerate a little more because they're still learning and growing. And then really old people, I say I want to tolerate because they've already grown in their ways. But at the same time, my cutoff game is really strong. And if they don't want to move beyond it, I move beyond them. And I just let it be, I let it be whatever it is. And of course, it frustrates me. I have loved ones that I really wish I had a connection with, but I never had a connection with them. The only connection I ever had was we were related. Neither one of my existing sisters have I ever gone shopping with them. Have I ever, I spent time with them, but their idea of fun was talking about other people, talking about dead people, talking about people who were alive, who were living probably a very decent life, but what they did 40 years ago, that's what they like to talk about. And I'm not really into that. I let them be the way they want to be, and I bow out, gracefully or not. So I witness how people behave, and if they're having a bad day, I tell them, chin up, what's going on? Why are you looking so sad? Do you need a hug? Different things like that. To cheer someone up, to say, hey, what's wrong, You shouldn't have that chip on your shoulder. You're better than that. Don't let these people bring you down, because they will try to bring you down. I can't be around and hold people's hands. All the years of my life, I had to pretty much hold my own hands, with the exception of, the few special people in my life. That just being near them really touches my heart. And right now there's only 3. It's only 3 that mean that much to me. Maybe 4. But I allow people to witness their behavior so I can help them move beyond it. So if someone's caught up in a crowd, I say, do you really belong there? Is that really where you feel comfortable? It's your life. You live it the way you want. And then I say, that's good for you, I guess. I'll be over here. I'll be over here. Because I don't want to be entangled in that. And I guess when I leave, maybe they have time to think about it. And they say, hey, she said this to me. What did she really mean by that? And then they have time to think about it. They have time to, make changes if they want. Everyone's entitled to live the way they want, whatever that is. I don't gossip. I don't talk about dead people unless it's good stuff. You know, if we focus on all the bad that dead people did, that's what we have to look forward to when we die. And not that it really matters, right? But it does matter, because I will be someone's ancestor. I will be someone's guardian angel. I will be someone's spirit guide. I will still be doing what I'm doing here on this earth when I go on to the next part of my journey. And I'll tell you, it's the best place to be. So, since I made a whole section about this, I'm just going to close it down and then do another one with the rest of the cards and the actual reading. So that way people can view this one and they don't have to spend like a whole 2 hours. Okay, so let me close this out. I'll do another video with the remaining affirmation cards and the actual reading. All right, God bless you. We'll see you next time. Aloha.